The human mind is incredibly powerful. It creates a sense of reality to the world we live in. We have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. The conscious mind is involved in decision making and our awareness of the present moment. The subconscious mind is the part that we are not aware of, but still influences our thoughts, action, and behavior. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Dr. Erwin. I help high performers create habits to lead a happy and successful life. I publish new video every Thursday on happiness and success. If you'd like to get new video every Thursday, don't forget to subscribe. In this video, we're going to talk about the conscious and subconscious mind. If you want to gain more clarity and focus in your life, keep watching this video till the end. Our thoughts is a construct of both the conscious and subconscious mind. So let me give you an example how the subconscious mind is so powerful. Let's say if somebody asks you not to think of a red book, even if you tried your best with all your conscious effort, you cannot help but not think about this red book because it's stronger than us. The moment you heard about that red book, your subconscious mind has already kicked in and processed that information. So even if you try your best, you can't help but start thinking about that red book. Research from neuroscience has shown that when we generate a new thought, we create a new neural pathway. So there's new connections in the brain. So when we generate repetitive thought pattern, we strengthen these neural pathways because neurons that fire together are also wired together. So if we have repetitive thought pattern, what we do is that we strengthen this pathway. So these neural pathways become highways. If we do not recognize the power of our brain, then we may not be using it at its best. Let me give you an example. John had a meeting with his boss and his boss was not happy about his performance. When he came out of this meeting, John still had these negative thoughts in his mind. He was telling himself, I'm not good enough, I'm going to get fired, my boss doesn't like me. So all these thoughts are going in his mind and he's paying more and more attention to these thoughts. And what it does, it amplifies more negative thoughts. And he internalized these thoughts and he started to feel very bad in his skin. He's feeling upset and he's dwelling more on these thoughts. And this also translates in his behavior. And when he goes back home, he feels unhappy and he feels frustrated. And this also impacts on his home life. So you can see that from a negative force, and if somebody dwell on that and keep thinking about these thoughts, what it does, it amplifies the thoughts and creates a downward spiral. So often we identify our thoughts to who we are. Recognizing that the thoughts that we have are not ourselves is empowering. So when John thought that I'm not good enough or my boss doesn't like me, then if you break down this self-talk, this mental chatter, you would see that these are just thoughts. Could it just be an opinion? When we separate ourselves from our thought, it allows us to evaluate each thought for what it is. If we don't do that, what happens is that we start overthinking. We have all these thoughts that run in our mind and our mind is very busy. What it does is that it creates this negative thought pattern and create this highway where we deplete our energy and our attention in a very negative downward spiral. Overthinking is not a healthy thought pattern. When we're overthinking, what happens is that we're using a lot of energy and a lot of our attention amplifying the problem, and it makes things worse. Let's look at 3 ways to process information when we face a difficulty. Is this temporary or permanent? For example, if you miss your train, it might seem like something really bad. When it happened, you might feel upset. A year from now, you probably won't even remember this. So this is not a permanent problem. It's just a temporary problem and you can actually resolve it. The second thing is to establish, is this local or is this global? By that I mean, if this problem or difficulty that you're facing is affecting an area of your life, is this localized in that area or is this going to spread to other areas of your life? Let me give you an example. Let's say if somebody's car is broken down, that person could actually think, this is just a car, this is just an object, and it's not worth for me to get worked up. Another person may actually think, oh, I'm going to have to spend so much money and my day's ruined just feeling worked up. So this can easily happen where you allow this particular problem with your car to affect other areas of your life. The next thing is so important, and most of us struggle with this one. And we need to ask ourselves, am I being kind to myself? Because so often when we face a difficulty or a struggle, we're our own worst critic, and we may be very judgmental on ourselves, and this is not useful. So ask yourself whether you're being kind to yourself. Being aware of your conscious and subconscious mind will help you to recognize whenever you're having this negative thoughts pattern, that if you're going down this downward spiral, you're thinking or overthinking about something negative that is causing your brain to be busy and you're lost in the future or dwelling about the past, that you need to calm yourself down. You need to calm yourself by slowing things down. And how you do that is by being more present. So when you pay more attention to the present moment, you calm all this busyness. There's a very good way of doing that with mindfulness. This is where you actually calm yourself and pay attention to the present moment. When you do this, you'll find that instead of reacting, you're actually taking control and responding to something in a thoughtful way, rather than reacting like a knee-jerk reaction to something. People who practice mindfulness have better clarity and more focus in their life. They have this inner peace when they practice mindfulness. If you'd like to practice mindfulness, then meditation is a great option. I've practiced meditation for a few years now, and practicing meditation is like a training ground to be more mindful in life. It's like taking your brain to the gym. To have a physical fitness, you need to train and do this repetition like bicep curl. Your brain also needs training to be mentally fit. And when you practice mindful meditation, you'll find that your brain has more fitness. So I've done a video on practicing mindful meditation where I show you 3 ways you can practice mindfulness. So watch this video if you'd like to train your brain. Take care everybody. Bye bye.